Objective Geology, multiple choice questions with answers. So this is the solved question paper of Technical Assistant Mines and Geology 2011 question paper. And I hope this solved question paper is useful for various competitive exams like CSR, NET-GATE, GSI and other exams. Welcome to set 3. Coming to the first question. When minerals occur as slender and rigid like needle forms are called as A. Reniform, B. Globular, C. Fibrous and D. Acicular. So the choice is D. Acicular. Acicular, it refers to a crystal habit which is composed of a slender needle-like crystals, and crystals with this habit tend to be fragile. So when minerals occur as a slender and rigid like needle forms, they are known as acicular. D is the correct option. Next question. A plated membrane which surrounds the mouth of an echinoderm is, the choices are A. Periprocte, B. Ambulacrum, C. Peristome and D. None of these. So the correct answer is C. Peristome. Peristome. In echinoids, the area of the test which carries the mouth and the surrounding peristomial membrane is commonly plated. So C. Peristome is the correct option. Next question. How many diamondiferous unconformities are present in the Vindhyans? The options are A2, B6, C4 and D1. There are two diamondiferous unconformities present in the Vindhyans. These are found at the boundary between the lower Vindhyans and the upper Vindhyan supergroups, with the diamond bearing horizons primarily located within the upper Vindhyan sequence, where the Panna and Golconda diamond fields are studied. So there are two diamondiferous unconformities at the present in the Vindhyan. A is the correct option. Next question. The basic unit in stratigraphic classification is A. System, B. Group, C. Member, D. Zone. Basic unit in the stratigraphic classification is B. Group. Next question. The first stage in the qualification process is A. Coal, B. Peat, C. Ash, D. Lignite. The first stage in the qualification process is peat. Peat is considered as the first stage in the qualification process, meaning it is the initial step in the formation of coal from decaying plant matter in waterlogged environments with limited oxygen supply. Next question. The number of diode axes in hexagonal system A6, B4, C3, D2. Number of diode axes in hexagonal system is 6. In a hexagonal crystal system, there are 6 diode axes, that means of twofold axis of symmetry. And this is because the unique feature of a hexagonal system is a single hexad axis, which is surrounded by 6 diode axes positioned at 60 degrees intervals around it. Next question. Faults in which the hanging wall has actually been removed up relative to the footwall are known as A. Reverse faults, B. Transcurrent faults, C. Hinge fault and D. Rift. Faults in which the hanging wall has actually been removed up relative to the footwall are known as a reverse fault. Faults where the hanging wall moves upwards relative to the footwall are called as a reverse faults. A is the correct option. Next question. Textures in metamorphic rocks which are mainly due to recrystallization are described as A. Gneiss, B. Porphyric, C. Crystalloblastic and D. None of these. The correct answer is C. Crystalloblastic. Textures in metamorphic rocks primarily caused by recrystallization are said to be crystalloblastic textures. Next question. Very fine paper thin beds are formed of clay or silt are known as A. Fissility, B. Beds, C. Cement and D. None of the above. So the correct answer is A. Fissility. Fissility, it is the ability of a rock to split along the flat surfaces or planes of weakness, and it is a property of fine-grained rocks that's often visible in outcrops, and shale is characterized by its tendency to split into thin layers less than 1 centimeter in thickness. Next question. The eutectic intergrowth of orthoclase and quartz produces the rocks A. Granite, B. Graphic granite, C. Dolerite and D. None of these. So the correct option is B. Graphic granite. Graphic texture is commonly found in granites and results from the intergrowth between quartz and orthoclase. Next question. The hardness of topaz is very straightforward question. A8, B7, C9 and D5. The hardness of topaz is 8. Next question. The arched axial region of a cephalon in trilobites is known as A. Septa, B. Columella, C. Pleuron, and D. Glabella. The correct answer is D. Glabella. The central region of the cephalon is termed as the glabella, and the cheeks on either side of the glabella are usually traversed by a facial suture that separates them into the fixed cheeks, which is nothing but adjoining the glabella, and free cheeks on the outer edge of the cephalon. So the axial region of the cephalon in trilobites is known as a glabella. Next question. Those minerals which have like optical properties in all directions are known as A. Anisotropic, B. Axial, C. Isotropic, D. None of this. The correct option is C. Isotropic. Isotropic minerals are minerals that have the same properties in all directions, and this means that the light travels through them at the same speed regardless of the direction of the travel. Next question. The characteristic fossil of upper Gondwanas is A. Glossopteris, B. Lepidodendron, C. Sigillaria, and D. Tilophyllum. The characteristic fossil of the upper Gondwana is Tilophyllum. So the this Tilophyllum is the plant fossil when it's with its distinctive fern-like leaves. This is commonly used to identify the upper Gondwana rock formations, particularly in India, where the Gondwana supergroup is well studied. So the characteristic fossil of the upper Gondwana is Tilophyllum. Next question. Placer gold deposits are mostly A. Alluvial, B. Alluvial, C. Pluvial, and D. None of these. Placer gold deposits are mostly alluvial, which means that they are formed in river or stream sediments. Another name for the alluvial placers are stream placers. Typical locations for alluvial gold placer deposits are on the inside bends of the rivers and creeks, in natural hollows, at the break of the slope on a stream, and the base of an escarpment or waterfall or the other barrier. So placer gold deposits are mostly alluvial. A is the correct option. Next question. The polymorph of a calcite is A. Barite, B. Dolomite, C. Siderite, and D. None of this. So the correct option is none of this. The polymorph of a calcite are aragonite and vaterite. All these are different crystalline forms of calcium carbonates, that is CaCO3, with calcite being the most stable polymorph under normal conditions. Next question. The chemical composition of chromite is A. FeCrO3, B. FeCr2O3, C. FeCr2O4, and D. FeCr3O4. So simple question. Chemical composition of chromite is FeCr2O4. C is the correct option. Next question. All a line joining points where the rocks have suffered metamorphism under similar pressure temperature conditions is known as A. Isograd, B. Isopath, C. Isohyates, and D. Isobar. A line joining the points where the rocks have suffered metamorphism under similar pressure temperature conditions is known as isograd. An isograd is a line on a map that separates the regions of different metamorphic grade. And isograds are used to study metamorphic rocks and reconstruct the tectonic history of a region. Next question. The silicon-oxygen ratio in isosilicates is A. 1:2, B. 1:4, C. 2:7, and D. 4:11. The silicon-oxygen ratio in isosilicates is 1:4. Garnets, topaz, olivine, they have the isosilicate structure. Next question. An igneous rock composed entirely of crystals is said to be A. Holohyaline, B. Merocrystalline, C. Hemicrystalline, and D. Holocrystalline. So the correct answer is D. Holocrystalline. Holocrystalline, it is a term used to describe the texture of an igneous rock that is made up entirely of crystals. So it means that the rock has no glassy parts. Hope you have followed the content and the questions. Hope you can subscribe to Explore Geosciences for the more content and the videos. See you in the next video. Thank you for your time.